Hello everybody, this is Maya and Jay, and what I got here today is a review video of the Star C1000. And as you guys know, I got this from iBaby888. It took about 5 days to arrive, and I gotta say this is going to be a very impressive phone, and it does have great features. So here on the side we're gonna have the volume rockers up and down. On the very bottom we're gonna have the microphone. On the very right we're gonna have the power button. On the very top you're gonna have the 3.5mm headphone jack together with the charging / data port here on the top. On the very back, we're going to have an 8-megapixel camera with the LED flash and also a fingerprint scanner. And it does work, and I'm going to go through the details very soon. Here at the very bottom, we're going to have the loudspeaker. And then on the inside of the device, you can see that this is going to be a dual SIM, dual standby device. And the battery is going to be 3200 milliamps. Here on the very front, we're going to have a 2-megapixel camera with the proximity and light sensor at the front. Here on the left side of the ear speaker, we're going to have a notification LED together with the ear speaker. And we're going to have a 5.5 multi-touch screen with a resolution of 960 by 540. At the very bottom, as we can see here, we're going to have the menu button, we're going to have the home button, and also the back button. So when we turn on the screen, we can see that the overall look of it looks very nice, and the viewing angles of the display is great. So that means that it definitely has an IPS screen, so that's very nice. And here, as you can see, I have set up a password, and the overall look of the fingerprint scanner software does look very similar to the Samsung Galaxy S5. So we're just going to go ahead and unlock the device, and I'm going to show you here from the back that it does work. Now sometimes you do have to scan it a few times before you can get it working, as we can see here. But finally we got it to work. Even though it does work, it does require a few swipes sometimes. Sometimes if you get lucky, you can do it from the first one. So overall it does work very well. This device has 1GB of RAM, 8GB of internal memory. It is running the Android 4.4.2 Kitkat version. This device has a very strong GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, signal reception, and you're going to see that very soon. Now here from the very front, you can see already the Wi-Fi does have all the bars, so I was very impressed by that, because usually since my Wi-Fi router is on the way in the back of the room, sometimes I do lose a signal, and this one does lose a signal once in a while, but it's not all the time. You can see that the signal reception is very strong, and it does support 3G with AT&T here in the USA, which is WCDMA 2100 and 850. Since it's only 960 by 540, the battery does last, I would say, more than a whole day. The first thing we're going to test here is going to be the Bluetooth. So here I have my little Bose speaker. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And right now it's on pairing mode. I did pair to it not too long ago. So here we can see that we have it here already. So we're going to go ahead and pair to it and make a quick sound test so that you guys see that it is working very well. And we can see that, yes, it has paired already. So now we're going to go back. We're going to go here to audio profiles. We're going to go to ringtones, and we're going to go ahead and test them out. Also, the loudspeaker on the back is very loud, as we can hear here. So I was actually very satisfied with the back speaker, even though it's a single speaker and it does look like it could be a dual speaker. But when I open the device, the speaker is about around this area. So it's actually very loud, and I was very impressed about that. And now here for the Wi-Fi, you can see that once again, I'm getting all the reception. So we're going to go ahead and open here the browser, and we're going to go ahead and navigate to, let's say, youtube.com, so that you guys see how fast it opens. And here we can see that once again, it is a very fast browser. And we can also open, let's say, dhgate.com, and we can also see that the speed of it is not disappointing whatsoever. Now, if we do turn off the Wi-Fi, we're going to notice that this device is getting H+ on AT&T, which is WCDMA 2100 and 850. So if we go ahead and reload this page, we can see that it is just slightly slower than with Wi-Fi. And we can also open, let's say here, YouTube once again, and we can see that the speed is not bad at all. So I was actually very satisfied. Now here we also have the YouTube application, and it does work very well, as we can see. And this phone also came with most of the Google applications, like Play Store here. It came with Gmail and most of the Google application except for YouTube, so I did have to root it. The camera also works very well, so make sure you check the next footage and let me know what you think. Alright guys, so here we have the Star C1000 camera test, and as we can see it is an 8 megapixel camera. The quality is okay, but today I'm having trouble with the autofocus. I'm trying to tap on it many times and it's not focusing very well, so maybe it's a software glitch, and in the future we're going to get an update for this device to fix that issue. And here we have the front-facing camera test on the Star C1000. The front-facing camera, even though it is a true 2 megapixel, we can see that the quality is very nice. And in my opinion, it does work a little better than the back camera because of the autofocus. So it's great for selfies, Skype, or any other social media out there. So there we have it for the camera, and when we open the actual application, here we can see the picture quality. It's also very nice, and I'm going to be providing this picture, and also I believe I have another picture here on the link down below, so make sure to check these two pictures. Now here, let's say you're on the back camera, and if we go here to settings, we go to camera options, and yes, we can see that the camera is an 8 megapixel. Now on the other hand, if we do go to the front facing camera, we're going to see that it is actually in fact a 2 megapixel front facing camera, but the system is showing it as if it was 5 megapixels, but that's going to be actually fake. The front facing camera, it is confirmed even by iBaby888 that it does have a 2 megapixel front facing camera. Now the only bad thing about this device is that the soft touch keys here at the bottom, they do not light up. So sometimes, let's say you're using it at nighttime, especially at bedtime, or if you're outside and there's barely any lights, you're not going to be seeing the soft touch keys. Also, if we go here to settings and then we drop down to where it says language and input, we go here to the languages and we can see all the languages supported on this device, and it is quite a bunch. It's about 25 to 35 languages supported. So I'm just going to scroll down so that you guys can read them, and that way you know if this device is going to be good for you or not. So here we're also going to check the score that I got on Untitled test, and as you can see, it was actually quite significant. It is 17,841, and here we have the details of the score, and as we can see, it is quite impressive, especially since this device is only $140. And if we go here to devices information, we can see all the details. We see the model C1000. Now the brand shows a little different. I don't know why. It usually doesn't, and the Android version is 4.4.2 with the MTK6582. The screen resolution is 960 by 540. The megapixels of the camera is 8.3. And then I'm just going to scroll down so that you guys see the remaining of the information. And here from the very bottom, I'm going to show you all the sensors supported on this device. As we can see, we don't have that many, but the actual performance is very nice. So now the next time we're going to go ahead and test is the GPS. So check it out and let me know what you think. Alright guys, so here we have the GPS test on the Star C1000, and as we can see, it is working perfectly well. It does lock a signal very fast. All I needed was GPS status and also faster GPS to help it lock a signal a little bit faster. Other than that, it is working like a charm. Okay, so there we have the GPS test, and now we're going to go ahead and open here GPS test, the app itself, so that we can check and see how fast it is locking a signal. And this is from inside the house, and we can see that already it did lock a signal, and once again I'm inside the house, so the GPS performance on this phone is also very nice. So I have downloaded some games and apps on this device, so I'm going to put a music in the background, so make sure you enjoy it. We saw the gaming test, and as we can see, it is not disappointing at all. It is very nice. And here I'm just going to drop down the notification. We can see all the toggles that we have. It is very simple to use. Here we can see that from the quick toggles, we have the cat screen option, which basically allows you to view your photos and some videos straight from your TV. So let's say you have a smart TV, you can just synchronize it easily, especially if you're connected with Wi-Fi. I think that's the only way that it could work. Now, another thing we're going to do is here we have my little weight scale. I think it's on grams already, so we're going to go ahead and weigh the device. And we can see that it is about 160 grams, so it's not a very light device and it's not heavy either. And it has a very soft texture on the back. It looks very similar to the OnePlus One. So here I have my Samsung Galaxy S5 just to compare it. And as we can see, yes, the C1000 is a very big phone, but once again, it feels very nice on your hands. Well, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you do have any questions, please make sure to comment below. Like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.